How's it going?
It's good. How the hell are you doing? Scoot in.
Wonderful,
a little bit,
wonderful. Great to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Let's make sure that they can hear you. Okay. And it's Tommy. Last name?
Tommy Holloway.
Holloway. Hey, at least I had the first syllable right. I said something to Bill earlier about Tommy, what is it, Howard? So I got ha. I got ha.
You got the ha?
Yeah. So that's the Hawaiian part of your blood, right?
Just as long as you don't go ha-ho.
Tommy Holloway. So talk to us. Tell us about you, man. Are you an Arizona native?
Actually, I've been in Arizona 35 years. I pretty much consider myself a native. I'm originally from Iowa. And started out my career as a gospel singer, sing all over the place, and did a lot of different churches all through the country.
Hallelujah!
And got here in 1970 was the first time I came to Phoenix, and sang at the Phoenix Baptist Church down in Phoenix and on Bethany home in Central. Anyway, but from there I ended up doing professional entertainment with on cruise lines and all that good stuff, and casinos and resorts.
That's a hell of a job, isn't it?
Oh, it is if you're
what, 2 weeks
having to
on?
wear.
Yeah.
No. If you're I actually did shows on the cruises, so we weren't considered the status of like the guys that worked in the lounges. So the guys that worked in the lounges, you had to wear 2 hats in order to come upstairs and be around the guests. So, but I had guest status basically because I was a contracted headliner. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Have you ever played at a church in India?
Yes.
Great band. Reverend Asher Harris.
Man, that's been so. All of this has been years and years ago. I was in my teens, but it's very very possible. I mean, I'm from Iowa, so we hit all the Midwestern stuff, years ago.
So tell us about your music.
So the best way to explain it is it's 100 years of music, and in about 12 genres of music. So
Do any country?
Absolutely.
We'll have to jam sometime.
Absolutely. It's one of my favorites, as a matter of fact. My friend here is less of a bigger fan of my country stuff, but I still do it.
Hey, yeehaw. I can do Willie.
And I can do Patsy.
Can you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I am not going there.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
So
what nights do you play?
Well, I'm here on Fridays and Saturday nights, and we have a few other people that actually sub in and play here as well, because it's just kind of it's an attracted area. It's an area that it's not just transient. People actually come here and want to be here for quite a few different things, other than just the food or just the entertainment, the view, of course, but it's a community, and so we have a lot of the same customers, and we still attract a lot of great people, of course, but mainly it's more about a community, and we're a family here. So.
All right. Well, speaking of family, we got Heidi right here, looking like she's ready to talk some more. So, Tommy Holloway.
Wonderful to meet you.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And Heidi, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So, you brought a pink margarita.
So that is one of our signature margaritas. It's a prickly pear margarita, and we actually harvest that right from the desert. We pick our own prickly pear fruit, and we make a lot of different dishes from that. Actually, Kenny will be showing you some dishes that we use from the prickly pear.
One of my guests a few weeks ago was Gregory Asplin. He's the creator of Desert Cider House, where they actually ferment hard ciders here in Arizona. They're Arizona's oldest operating cidery, and they have a prickly pear cider.
Oh, we'll have to get that.
He does. He has Desert Dragon, Desert Zephyr, and I forget what he calls the prickly pear one. But I'll have to put you guys together.
Yeah, that's great.
Because Desert Dragon and Desert Zephyr are supposed to be pretty good. But the prickly pear, when you said this was a prickly pear margarita, it reminded me that I try to connect people when I can, because this is all about helping promote local businesses and get local businesses more business. So that's excellent. That is a nice margarita.
Isn't that
That's
yummy?
got a nice taste. Oh yeah.
And it's pretty.
I might have to stay here for a couple hours after the show.
And it looks like the sunset.
Now, we have coming up Kenny, the chef, here at VU Bistro. What you got there, Kenny?
What we have is everything indigenous to Arizona.
Here.
I have a sauteed smoked Nepalese cactus with tequila lime. High country raised black Angus from Arizona. And this is a short rib. Also prickly pear, gastrique, and just a little bit of Arizona.
It's a short rib, you said.
Yes, and that is black Angus from the high country up here in Arizona. What we're trying to do here is keep everything local.
Oh, God, that's good.
Right now we have the property down below. There's a trellis, so we are going to be putting in a garden. So the farm to table philosophy, and up top over there is all my herbs. So that's in the works right now. Long-term plans with this, we want to do something for homeless vets, and I'm going to try to get 6 other restaurants involved, and 7 bakeries involved. So basically how this will work is everybody gets to do the soup once a week, and it just cycles through. So that's down the road once we, get our feet wet, so to say, with this. But that's been our intention for quite a few years. It's just, how everything falls through here and there. So basically that's, where we want to go with the whole farm to table thing, just give back a lot to the community, and just keep that whole Arizona vibe going.
That short rib is great.
And then
Oh my God, that's good.
you try the Nepalese cactus with that. If you never had Nepalese before, it kind of has a citrusy vinegar kind of flavor to it if it's just eaten by itself. So it really jives well with the pickled jalapeno, coriander, cilantro, onions that are on top as well. That is topped with that as well. So it's
Oh, folks, you got to come here and try this.
So, it's some of the things that we do. I'm classically trained French and European. So I've been out here in Arizona now for about 24 years.
So what's cactus in French?
I wouldn't know that. I'm an Irishman. But
What
yeah.
a sticky plant.
Yeah. So, with Arizona, with that being said, there's definitely there's a lot of things out here that people don't realize that are edible. Predominantly almost everything in Arizona out here is edible. It's just getting out there and figuring stuff out for yourself.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of stuff out there, wild harvesting stuff. We do a lot of mushroom picking up north, and morel season's right around the corner. Heidi's probably by far the best portocini mushroom finder out there.
Really?
I just got her into that last year, so she's just been having a hoot with it. She's became just, she can spot them and I don't even know they're there. So we do a lot of that. Unfortunately, with Arizona, we can't bring anything into the restaurant on that end of it. So we eat well.
Excellent. Excellent. So, tell us more of the what's on the menu.
What's on the menu? Basically, I change the menu out weekly, a madman, so to say. We do have a set menu that is our house menu. But what I do is every week I have one page that I go through. So basically it's continental, international cuisine. I'm all over the board. And the reasoning behind it is to keep the freshness going. So whatever fish is in season, we're on that. Whatever produce is coming through, we're doing that. So basically I'm just staying with the cycle of how everything's coming to us, and in turn the freshness is delivered to the customers.
Excellent. Excellent. This is really good stuff.
Pleasure meeting you.
Kenny.
Love your show.
Nice, thank you, man.
Thank you so much.